So I think the title says it all. But I can honestly say that one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in life is that anything you do out of desperation will cause you to compromise your morals and eventually your integrity. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, thank you for joining me. This is a place where we explore our mindset concepts to get better at having our mind on our money and our money on our mind. We workshopping that. We workshopping it. I don't know. But no, legitly, um, I've refocused this channel to focusing on helping us to reimagine our mindsets so that we can become the best version of ourselves. And so I try to bring topics or things, especially from my perspective, that can be helpful to readjusting your mindset to live your most fulfilling life. So today I want to talk about a topic that's kind of sat with me, and it's because of my own experiences with this that it feels so close to my heart. And for me, I can say that anytime that I've operated from a place of desperation has been a theme that I have seen, and I feel like a lot of us sometimes are operating out of a place of desperation and not desire. We believe that the things we are doing is because we really want them, but a lot of times it's more so because we are just desperate to have this thing or this experience or this feeling that we end up in the situations that we find ourselves in. And I personally know this from experience because every time I've ever done something out of desperation, it has never yielded me good results in the respects of money and especially dating. And it's not many times that I've actually dated out of desperation, but I see it happen all the time in situations around me. But for me personally, I found myself in a relationship with somebody who, because I needed financial help and financial assistance in that particular season, I was going through a lot of transitions, job changing. It was as I was moving from assistantship to getting into my real estate license full time that I had a little bit of financial struggle. And I found myself with somebody that I know I didn't have no business being with. You know, when you meet somebody you didn't have no business being with. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, this could work. This could be cool. No, he's a nice person, blah, blah, blah. And he may have been all those things. But I had no business being with this man, living with this man, merging my life with this man. Okay? And it was because of that desperation that I found myself entangled in one of the craziest relationships that I have ever been in, where I was not safe, I was not secure, I did not feel well. And throughout that time of the relationship, I probably found myself in the lowest place I had ever been in life. Even though I knew I could do better, even though I knew this wasn't the best situation for me, even though I knew I shouldn't be here, and I almost blamed myself for that. This was the aha moment for me that clicked in my mind that when you move out of desperation, you will compromise yourself in a way that will make it hard for you to forgive yourself. And I know that some of you all probably feel me on that. You feel me because you've been in situations where you long for someone or something, and you did things that you knew made you feel lower, made you feel sadder, made you feel less important because you needed to have this thing, or you thought that it was the best thing for you to do at the time, and it may have been. And after you did it, you found yourself in a position where you were lost, confused, hurt, maybe even in a situation where you may have found yourself in danger. And that's why I feel this message is so important. Because I've been there, I don't want anybody else going there. So if I can help you avoid this at any cost, this is my attempt. And I don't know if it's going to work, but I do want to share some of my ways that I think will help you avoid moving out of desperation and putting yourself in a position to compromise yourself, your morals, your values, and your overall life experiences. So let's get into my ways of avoiding. The first thing I want you to do is analyze your confidence level. And I want you to be real with yourself. I want you to really sit with yourself and be like, am I as confident as I really am? Because I know a lot of times we think we that girl, you like, I'm that bitch, please. And I was that girl. But what I realized is that I really wasn't as confident as I thought I was. And in the situation I was in, that actually allowed him to take advantage of the fact that I wasn't as confident as I thought I was. Because a lot of times we are really doubting ourselves, and even though we're in a process of trying to hype ourselves up and tell ourselves we're that girl, and tell us that we're beautiful, we're smart, we're all these things, but sometimes when we get in a low point and we don't lean on God or source or a big homie or whoever, you can lose sight of how confident you really are because you're counting on yourself. And I want you to really sit with the things that bother you about yourself, that the things that make you feel unsure, and hold that tight so that you can know where you are confidence wise, so you won't allow anybody else to manipulate your weakness in your own self. Next, I want you to analyze how bad you want something and why it is you want this thing, especially how bad you want it. Because a lot of times I think when we really are wanting something or wanting to go after something, I don't think we spend enough time sitting with our reasons for why we want something. It could be the ideal body, it could be a partner, a child, it could be wealth, it could be a new Chanel bag, it could be a new Birkin, whatever it is. I want you to really sit with yourself and analyze why it is you want this thing. Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel confident? Does it bring you some sense of fulfillment? And if you don't know why you want some of the things you want, I want you to challenge yourself to find out why that is. What is your why? Why is this important to you? Why is this special to you? Why is it important that you sit in first class? And also analyze those to the point of, is this for me? Because if it's not for you, you have to reevaluate. And even if it is for you, again, why do you need or want that thing? What does it do for you? How does it make you feel? Why does it make you feel like that? Third, I want you to set your standards and do not compromise. And I talked about this in another video, but I want to, because this is so important, I want to reiterate the importance of setting your standards. Are they something that you yourself can live up to? And I make this example of something as simple as showing up for yourself in the smallest ways. Do you? Do you take care of your health? Are you making sure you're eating right? Are you making sure you're feeling your best? Are you making sure you are taking care of your mental health, your physical health? Are you keeping your routines? Are you speaking and affirming yourself? Are you giving yourself beautiful experiences? Create that standard. Because when you have that standard in place, it makes it very easy for you to avoid the desperation of needing somebody to do it for you, because you already do it for yourself. And it's harder for someone to pull you into something that can be detrimental to you, because what they already offer, you have inside yourself. And lastly, avoid entering or starting situations when you don't feel your best. And this is not just relationships, this is new partnerships, new business situations, starting your business, growing your business, friendships, anything. In my experience, when you don't feel your best, or even as good, if you don't feel good about you, if you don't feel good about the situation, it doesn't make sense to start something you don't believe in fully. So in my opinion, it's always best to start to do that hard work and chip out as much as you can. Now, there's never any perfect time to start, but I will say that the best time to start anything is when you feel good about you, especially relationships. When you feel good about you is the best time to start something new. And if it's taking you a long time to feel good about you, then you need to figure out why that is. Spend time figuring that out. Spend time working on that. Spend time getting the help and resources you need to feel your best. So that when you start these things, you can feel great, you can feel amazing, and you can get it done. And you don't end up in a situation where you're receiving or getting less than what you desire or deserve because you weren't feeling like your highest or best self or feeling most confident. So, those are just a few ways that I would say you can avoid getting into situations out of desperation, because it's never a good thing. And again, I say this out of my own experience. And maybe someday I'll dig a little deeper into that. And if y'all want to hear more about that, let me know down in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, please like. And if you feel that you know someone who could benefit this, please share it with them. And subscribe if you want to be notified for when more videos like this are published. And I thank you for coming back. So until next time, see you later.